We have come so far so fast that we cannot keep up. This right here you're looking at NVIDIA. It's used in AI video transferring images. There's no more video compression and stuff like that, artifacts. No, AI has completely done it. They can take this man speaking and good morning. Hello, Applebrooks, honey. Good morning. They can take this man speaking and put it in a character just like this. I've been looking at some of them. And this is gearing toward one other thing right here, you. I just want you to look at it. Let me try this as a serious video. See the word down there? NVIDIA Omniverse Avatar Project. Right there. This woman could be talking, and that's her up there in the ceiling. Up there. Watch this, you. I want to show you this. I'm going to show you this video right here. I've got the sound turned up. Look what AI can do when you're having a normal video conference. Let's look at it from the very beginning. I want you all to understand how this works out. I mean, some people know, but I'm going to do this.
Basically replaces a video codec with a neural network which reduces bandwidth consumption by orders of magnitude.
Neural network.
We call it AI video compression. With more than 10 million video streams estimated to be live at any given time, video conferencing is the new connectivity challenge for many. Let me show you how it works. The mechanism behind AI-assisted video calls is simple. A sender first transmits a reference image of the caller, just like today's systems that typically use a compressed video stream. Then, rather than sending a fat stream of pixel-packed images, it sends data on the locations of key facial points around the caller's eyes, nose, and mouth. A generative adversarial network, or GAN, on the receiver side then uses the initial image and the key points to reconstruct the subsequent images. As a result, much less data is sent over the network. Slow internet connection and limited bandwidth will not impact the quality of video meetings anymore. Let's take a look at this side-by-side comparison. H.264 compression standard on the left, and NVIDIA AI video compression on the right. Besides the bandwidth consumption, you can see the obvious visual quality as well, by providing significant cost savings for data transfers in the cloud. Reducing bandwidth consumption significantly improves the video conferencing experience for end users, who can enjoy more features while streaming less data on their local devices. This provides a better experience for video communications with AI, so even people who only have access to extremely low bandwidth can still upgrade from voice to video calls. The technique works even when callers are wearing a mask, headphones, hat, or even glasses. By automatically adjusting the position of the caller's face, it's easier to make eye contact.
Watch what AI does to his face.
It eliminates the common problem of callers who seem to be looking off the screen or need to stare at a camera above their monitor to appear to be looking at you directly.
And NVIDIA is at the forefront of this revolution.
We can also use the same method for character animations.
Using different key points from the original video, we can output to different styles, including clothing, hair, or even animated game characters.
Adjusting the position of a caller's face, it's easier to make eye contact. It eliminates the common problem of callers who seem to be looking off the screen or need to stare at a camera above their monitor to appear to be looking at you directly.
And NVIDIA is at the forefront of this revolution.
So NVIDIA is working on the Omniverse, and it takes your regular thing and it turns it into artificial intelligence. And this guy's not looking at the camera, but you saw what happened to his head. They made his face. That's not all, you all. That's not it. Look at this. You can have avatars. Look, this is a conversational avatar. You can make yourself look like an alien. You can. And choose an avatar, and you will be speaking and looking exactly like it. You'll never know if it's a real alien there or not. You will not. This is really something too. Let me show you this right here. You see this Bible verse, you all? I want you to look at this because when this thing stuck out in my mind. First I want you to look at this. Where was I at with that lady? Watch this lady right here. Listen what this can do. Okay, you listen to it.
is a remarkable innovation, one built to advance how we collaborate in this brand new online world of ours. With Maxine, you can speak several languages. Alles auf einmal, et en tiempo réel, et avec la nuance. 与大家更好地分享你的想法。Eye contact is critical to engaging your audience. Maxine keeps my eyes on you even when they're looking down at the script or when I'm feeling a little nervous. Because you're actually not looking at me, but rather a portrait that Maxine brings to life. From a single photo of me, from a cafe that filled with noise that would normally drown me out, like this.
Okay, you see that? Now let's come over to this right here. Breaking, look. I didn't look at this, but I want to look at this, you all. Oh my gosh, where are we going? Breathing life into the metaverse. What it takes to create and deploy. Breathing life. And they literally mean it. They're breathing it to life. There was another one I wanted to see. I had clicked into the wrong thing. Before I clicked over to her, there was one. This is cloud AI video streaming. Let's talk about this. You know that during the King's coronation, they have this technology. This is from 2020, so you can imagine there was no need for any type of video compression for those who say, oh, Gina, honey, that King has video compression and stuff like this. There's no need for it. AI has got it all taken care of. AI is on top of every single bit of it. So I don't buy any of that at all. I really don't. Technology is far too advanced, and I know they got the money to use that type of technology. They've got the money, you all. They do. Let me do this. Look at some of these images right here. Video with AI using Maxine. Look, oh, we want to see that. Oh, we want to see that. I hope that's a video. No, that's not a video. You can see what they can do with your body. They can take your body and redo the body and put anybody in that body they want. They're breathing life into this, is what they said they're doing. Breathing life into it. This was the video I wanted to watch. Okay, let's go visit the site. I want you to hear this. This is really interesting. Maxine and the cloud. Artificial intelligence. Reinventing. If they're reinventing something, it's already existed. We already had real-time video communication, but now they're reinventing it. We're reinventing the wheel. Okay, let's look at this. What is it? It's Maxine. This is AI. This is really important. Watch her. This is really, watch it.
NVIDIA Maxine reinvents real-time video communication with the magic of AI. Thanks to Maxine, we can now hear and see each other better, and we feel more connected and included, even when language becomes a barrier. To stay engaged with my audience, Maxine helps me keep eye contact with everyone on the call, whether it's one person or 100, and even if I'm reading a script.
¿Cómo puedes superar las barreras del lenguaje con Maxine?
While I don't speak Spanish, with Maxine's help, now I can.
Ahora puedo hablar tu idioma con mi propia voz. Impresionante, ¿no?
Magnífico.
Pas mal, mais est-ce que Maxine comprend aussi d'autres langues?
Oh yes, absolutely.
Maxine me permet aussi de parler français et bien d'autres langues. Wir würden mehr über die Magie von Maxine erzählen, aber du musst dich bis zur nächsten Statistik gedulden. Bleib dran, damit du nichts verpasst.
Wunderbar. Ich bin dabei.
Okay, so when I saw that video, I was reminded of a Bible verse. Let me find it. This was the Bible verse I was reminded of. Acts 2:6. And when this sound rang out, a crowd came. When they heard this sound, a crowd came together in bewilderment because each one heard their own language being spoken. That did it. Popped into my mind. Look, when they heard this sound, they heard it in their own language. When the Holy Spirit was at Pentecost. Okay, let's look at this, you all. Now there were dwelling in Jerusalem God-fearing Jews from every nation under heaven, and when this sound rang out, a crowd came together in bewilderment because each one heard in their own language, astounded and amazed. They said, Are not all of these men who are speaking Galileans? You all, we got to find out what happened to the first part of it. Let's see. Gina, are you saying that, let me see if I can go to this, you all. This is, how do I get to that specific chapter? I'm going to find that specific chapter with AI. Look, this is the day of Pentecost, you all. I'm trying to figure this out. When the day of Pentecost came, they were all together in one place. Suddenly, a sound like mighty rushing wind came from heaven and filled the whole house where they were sitting. They saw tongues like flames of fire separated and came to rest on each of them. And they were all filled with the Holy Spirit and began to speak in other tongues as the Spirit enabled them. Now there were dwelling in Jerusalem God-fearing Jews from every nation under heaven. And when the sound rang out, a crowd came together in bewilderment because each one heard them speaking in their own language. Astounded and amazed, they asked, Are not all these men who are speaking Galileans? How is it then that each of us hears in his own language? Parthians, Medians, Elamites, residents of Mesopotamia, Judea, Cappadocia, Pontus and Asia, Phrygia, Pamphylia, Egypt, and the parts of Libya near Cyrene, visitors from Rome, both Jews and converts to Judaism, Cretans, Arabs, we hear them declaring the wonders of God in our own tongues. Astounded and perplexed, they asked one another, What does this mean? But others mocked and saying they are drunk on new wine. So AI has the technology. They're breathing life into the metaverse, what it takes to create and deploy avatars. And you can speak, and AI will give you the words to speak in someone else's language. In someone else's language. All you do, the AI does it on its end. You can speak, you can be speaking. I could be speaking right now. And with this avatar, with this omniverse thing, that's what they're working on, the omniverse. AI will automatically let the people in the digital world, you have to be in the omniverse. AI will automatically let you hear in your own language what the other person is saying. Is this, you all, are they trying to duplicate something? Are they trying to duplicate the speaking of tongues in the own language? Really think about it, because that brought this verse to my mind. They heard them in their own language. So there's something with AI, with the capability, they're breathing life into it. And there's a Bible verse about it. Gina, honey, this ain't about the Bible. I know it's not. But that was weird. It brought it into my mind. Listen to this.
Above their monitor to appear to be looking at you directly.
And NVIDIA is at the forefront of this revolution.
Revolution.
Or above their monitor to appear to be looking at you directly.
And NVIDIA is at the forefront of this revolution.
We can also use the same method for character animations.
Using different key points from the original video, we can output to different styles, including clothing, hair, or even animated game characters.
So there is no telling you all what you're looking at really When you're looking at somebody speaking, this guy could literally, he could be speaking and they could turn him into a president. They could turn him into a king. You would never know because they got this NVIDIA, this AI assisted, this is called Maxine. It's cloud computing. Cloud computing. And what are they doing? They're bringing it to life. And I refuse to believe that the palace, the kingdom, does not have better technology than, say, let me do this, you all. I refuse to believe that anything that we've shared about he don't look normal and something's wrong with his face. I refuse to believe anything with the advancement of technology because there is no reason why you should have images like this when we have such advanced technology, and it is super advanced, you all. Leslie, let's see this right here. I'm trying to see if I could get any images. Right there. Look at that. This is AI. This is AI doing its thing right here. They're breathing life into AI. What I was showing you, things were back from 2020, except for the language. The language is now there. It's now there. AI is in control. It is. In control. Completely. So we don't know. We really don't know what we're looking at, but we know that they are. This was the Omniverse. The Omniverse. They're working on the Omniverse and stuff like that. The Metaverse, the Omniverse, the world that you're going to live in order to hear. Look, if you don't got eye contact, no problem. They're going to fix it. AI will fix it in its AI world. When you are on somewhere doing video conferencing, you're always going to make eye contact. Always, you are. Always. Look at this down here. It's always going to happen. What is this right here? This is what it is. It's not far-fetched to think that you're seeing somebody you know, and then you wouldn't even know because look what AI has done. It's got the whole body. The whole body. So, y'all, do you know that there is a series, a book out there? Oh, what is it called? It really speaks about how AI, it's a fantasy. It's a really graphic fantasy. How AI destroyed humanity, wiped it out. It's the War Manor, Eisenhower, Eisenhower. It's a manga. It's a mega. Einhorn. Right here. Einhorn. It's a fantasy. It's a fantasy, you all. But this is really gory. If you got anybody, this Eisenhorn series, what happened is AI came into this space and it literally, if you read this, the creation of it, it talk about chaos or radical and stuff. I'm not going to read it. I heard about it. And it's a good read if you can stand the mere fact that they use the name Eisenhower. I think the name is Greg Eisenhower. Greg Eisenhower in this. Eisenhorn. They called it the Eisenhorn, all unique, because you know Eisenhower and the aliens, but they had a character, they named it Eisenhorn. A character in the game. It was a game model, and it was an antagonist This right here, if you're into reading, check this out, you all. Because when I heard about it, I thought, well, that sounds like this is happening today, because this world right here is a world that you do not want to live in. You don't want to, but anyhow, we got AI. This is where we're at. And I'm not going to go on longer. I really don't need to, but there's something's going on. And yeah. Fast forward, look at this. Look at these. All right, so and each one heard in their own language. Each one heard in their own language. The bringing AI is being brought to life. It's the Karen, honey. It's been done, and we're living it. We're living it. You know when they talk about light years? When something's so many light years away, it means it's already happened, and we're just now catching up with it. We're getting breath of it. So look at that, you all. The Omniverse Avatar Project. You'll live in the Omniverse. Each one will hear in their own language. Look at that. And when you have your meetings, you can look like this. Your online meetings, and there may be some who do their on. You got virtual assistants, everything. This is their new thing. So, I'm probably going to go. I am. I don't need to say it anymore. So, no. They breathe in life. They breathe in life into the metaverse. Okay? This is real. And we don't know what we're watching on the thing because AI is taking it over. It has. So with that being said, thank you, and hope you can make some sense out of it. So there is no excuse for poor video quality whatsoever from anyone when this technology is out there. And this technology can make you look totally different, and you can be totally different and just superimpose somebody else over your body. You can. You want to hear in somebody's language? That's fine. They got that taken care of too. Each one heard in their own language. So with that being said, hello wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello from my heart to yours. Love you. And thank you all so much for your comments. Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Apple Brooks, honey.